everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we will going to see how you can take the screenshots. This is really very important to take the screenshot of any of the web page, like full screenshot, a full web page screenshot, or if you want to take the screenshot of a particular element, or you want to take the screenshot of failed test cases, or whenever you're running any script, so your test cases is failed, so you want to capture the screenshot. So today we will going to learn about the two things. One is full screen screenshot and one is particular elements screenshot. And in next session we will going to see that how we can take the screenshot of failed test cases. And this is really very important topic. Why? Because when you are running your automation script, at that time, if there is any reasons to break your script, so you should know that, you should aware that where your script is exactly fail. So that's why screenshot is really important for an automation engineer. And today I'm going to showcase you that. So earlier we already seen many things about the playwrights, how we installed and how we can, use the TypeScript playwright, how we execute our test cases, what is the, required things to write a test case. So today we will going to talk about the screenshots. Now let me create one file here. That file I'm giving the name as screenshot.spec.tsy because my file is running in the TypeScript. Okay, so I give this name. Now this file is created. So what we have to do, we have to import the two things, right? This I already discussed with you guys that what we have to import. Just give me a minute, guys. Okay, so what we have to import, we have to import two things. One is your expected file, expected assertion, and the other one is test. So these two you have to import from Playwright. Based on that, you will going to write your test cases. Okay, so let me import that expect, and then other one is test. Okay, these two is really important. And from where you are importing, so you are importing this from Playwright. Okay. Okay, so this is the correct syntax to import it. Yeah, it will not, there is no, error will have coming up here when you are calling this test first or expect for, there is no issue with that, but both you have to call it. Now we will going to write our first is test, right? So for that, what we have to use, we have to use the test, and then what we have to how we are going to write this. I already showcased you in my previous sessions that how you can write your first test case in, or you can write your first test script in TypeScript or in Playwright. So here you have to pass the arguments. So what your argument will be, take full screen screech. I'm just giving this name by so that you guys can, clear and able to understand what we are performing or what the test case we are going to automate. Okay, so this is the rule which you have to follow. Okay, so there is no break in this rule. Now you have to call your fiction, that is your page. So I'm going to call that page, and with this you have to use the async. We already discussed about this, that why we are using this. So this is the way you have to write your test case, and then you have to use the arrow function here. All sorted, all clear. So first what we have done so far, we have imported the expect and test from Playwright. Okay, we import this and then we write the first test case here, like take full screen screenshot. Now it's very pretty simple that how you can capture the screenshot. So see, if you're talking about the Selenium and all, so there will be a little bit code will be lengthy there. You have to call some of that, some of the APIs there. Like you have to call the get a screenshot, take a screenshot method of it, and then you can take the screenshot. But here everything is very much clear, very much pretty simple. So now now let me call the or launch the web UI. So page dot go to. Now here what you have to do, you have to provide the URL of it, right? So here we can provide the URL of any of the, web page which you want to automate. So inside this, you have to provide the URL. Now what I want to provide the URL of, let me open this. This is a very famous website for automation. So just to showcase you guys, I'm taking up this only. So I'll take up the URL of this only, right? So page dot go to and then the specific URL, right? This you have to take. And guys, do not forget to use the await, right? Do not forget to use the await, and await always work with async. So you have to always, parallel use both. Now we provide the URL. Now what we have to do, we have to give the path where you are going to take the screenshot and how you will going to take the screenshot. For that, you have to use the page dot, there is a method called screenshot. You have to use this, and inside this method, you have to provide the path. Okay. So how path will be going to look like? So you have to provide, first of all, the folder name. And what is the folder name? So folder name is screenshot. Okay. I will show you where it will going to showcase you a screenshot, and then you have to provide the, it is giving me some of the couple of the suggestions here which makes or which helps automation engineer to write their code. So it is giving me these suggestions here, but I am focused on what I am explaining to you. So we have to call as page dot screenshot. Okay, you're calling the screenshot to take the screenshot, and you're providing the location as well. So your screenshot hyphen, you can say that automation full page. Okay, which format? Dot png format. I hope this is clear till so far. Okay, I hope this is clear for you guys. So what we have done so far, we have called or we have launched our web page, and then you're providing the path where we are keeping our screenshot. So here in the folder structure, if left hand side, if you see, there is a folder called screenshot. Okay, so it will create, if you have not take any fresh you have not created or taken any screenshot, so that you will not able to see this screenshot folder here. But once you take the screenshot, you will able to see this screenshot folder. Okay, so now let's run this. So what we have to call later on, you have to call that, what is your file name? Ss dot. Okay, so strong. Okay, so you have to run this command to run your test in Playwright. So npx playwright test hyphen hyphen project chromium. We are only going to run in the Chrome. We are not going to run in any other browser. That's why we have provided a specific chromium hyphen headed. It means that it will launch the UI. It will not run in the headless mode. And then the test case file name. Okay. Now save it and run it. Let's see what happened. Okay, it's launched and okay, what happened actually? Let me see one more time. Take a page is been tested it and a page dot screenshot, navigate screenshot after. So page, okay. What actually the issue is here? We have not used await. I await. Okay. Mhm. See, let's rerun this. So we missed this await. That's why it did not capture the screenshot. Let's see. As we rerun it, let's see what will happen. So now this is passed. Okay. So what happened here actually, that it will launch your web UI and then it take the screenshot of the full screen. Now let's see how the screenshot looks like. And it is stored in the screenshot in form of the PNG file, right? So this is the screenshot, it captured it beautifully. It captured full screen screenshot. So this is the way you can use in your automation script to capture the screenshot. Now, let me explain you that if you want to take the screenshot of a specific element, so how you can do that. Okay. So let's just do a copy paste of this test. You can write, multiple tests in your one single page. So, and guys, when we end our playwright session, I will going to talk about the robust framework, real-time framework, how you can create that and how you can real-time use your framework. So we will going to discuss about those things. Lot many things are there. So we will going to cover each and everything here. Now, okay, now change me the name of this test. So we will going to write like take screenshot of specific element. Everything will be same, but as we are going to take the screenshot of a particular element, right? So let's see how our page is. This is our page. Okay, so there would be many reasons to take the screenshot of a particular element, like why it is failing if you want to debug that. So let me take the screenshot of any of the elements. For example, I want to capture the screenshot of the login page or maybe user page or maybe password. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to inspect it. Okay, with inspect, then user, then I'm going to take the path of it, right? I'm going to take the path of it. So here what I have to do, I have to use page, as already I have copied it. So it's give me something like this. Page of it, okay, page of it, and then see here. So here what we have called here, we call page dot locator data test username. So we are going to capture the screenshot of this username. Okay, right? So we have to store this in some variable. So we are calling is constructor, and you can say username. That's it. Now you want to capture the screenshot of this username, right? So what you have to do, you have to provide, instead of this page, you have to take the name of whatever you want to capture the screenshot. You have to take the name of that element, right? And then you can change the name of this PNG file as automation full page. No, automation element. You can give a meaningful name. Right now, I'm just giving a random name here. So now it will going to capture the screenshot of a particular web element. So what we have done so far is like we have created one test where we have passed the arguments. It takes two arguments. One is the argument where you can call your test name, and then it is also calling the fixtures. Now we launch the URL of it. Then we first we identify the element from the web page by inspecting it, that what actually we want to take the screenshot or where we want to take the screenshot. We stored that in an variable, and with the help of that variable we're taking the screenshot. So see guys, this is so easy to take the screenshot literally in Playwright, because the same thing if you want to perform in any other programming language, it will be a little bit complicated, and code line will be increased, but here it's like one time go. So you just have to call the screenshot. Now let's save it and let's run it and see what happened. See here. So it takes the screenshot of particular username, right? Now, why I'm saying this, like if you want to take the screenshot of a particular failure, for example, you want to take the screenshot, I just let me close it. I just provided some random username and random password and then perform the login screen. So here my username and password is wrong. Obviously, that's why I'm getting this error. Now I want to capture the screenshot of this. So this is, for example, I write a script with username enter, with fill of the password, and then perform the click action on the login button. But once I perform the click action on the login button, I able to see this error message. I want to capture this error message, right? So for the same, what I have to do, I have to go to my script, and then first I have to fill the details like a form we are filling, right? Username, password, perform the click action. And then you can provide the path of that error message here, that to capture the screenshot. So this will going to help you a lot to, debug at the time of the debugging. Next we will going to see in the or next session we will going to see about that how you can capture the screenshot for the failed test cases. So I hope guys this is really pretty much clear for you for today's session and helpful. And thank you for watching this video. Keep learning and keep sharing this video as much as possible so others automation engineer can also learn from this. Thank you.